Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome. We found our way back to the farm. We got a little bit lost, you know, with Calli's Fey magic sometimes runs wild. My necklace didn't work anymore. But we're back now. For a weekend, yep. I have no Callie audio. You have no Callie. Okay, good. That. Oh, you also have no game audio. Just
It's been a little bit. Welcome to the scuff.
So now you should hear everything. Oh god, that also means that the stream was silent in the Standing Soon screen.
We love that scuff.
I mean, in reality, Callie was not talking at all the entire time. I was just sitting there silently, just to let the moment sink in. Just awkward silence the entire
That's how we build up the hype. Oh my goodness.
What would stream be without Scuff?
Not nearly as entertaining. Oh! Hi, Gear. How are you doing?
Could just hear Lux giggling.
All right, am I here officially?
I mean, you're on stream. Can hear you. You're not in the game.
Yep. I oopsie. It's okay. One second.
Oh no, an oopsie.
Just a little one. Just a little one.
Kelly has joined. Hey!
Yay! That's the house I'm looking for.
So, my cowboy child. Yay, you're finally up. Yes, Sophia, it only took a couple of weeks, but I'm finally out of bed.
Found you face down in the mud. Yep, that sounds like me.
Time to build a Pizza Hut. Hello, Frogtastic.
Frogtastic, welcome in.
I think. Oh yeah, we had like the Skull Cavern run, where we made it to floor 100.
Did we make it? I couldn't remember if we made it or we were still trying to make it.
We did make it.
Yay!
By the way, your mic sounds a bit different all of a sudden. Did you change something up?
Who said? Is it different?
It sounds doesn't sound as rich anymore, for lack of a better word.
Oh.
Did maybe like Discord switch your mic?
Oh, let me check. Oh gosh. It will do that sometimes.
Also, hello, Gear.
So, as some of you know, I had some computer issues. This is probably just you know, you got to work the bugs out, right?
Yeah, but now I can hear you properly again.
Yep. My default settings changed, and so Discord switched, which means I need to double check and make sure that my settings didn't change in OBS. Let's see.
Where's the piece of path myth kind of speak anymore?
Audio. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good now. Where was I? Ah, the eggs.
The eggs. So.
Ooh. So, steal your dome tonight.
All the eggies.
iTown. iTown. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate your support.
Hello,
How are you doing
iTown.
today?
Did you follow the new Scarf of Legends morning routine? iTown. Like today, like when I got out of bed, I was like, oh, I need to like edit the video down to this. Lux, oh, I have a cutscene! Hey!
Oh, it begins.
Lux, it's a perfect timing that you showed up. I brought the children on a little field trip into the countryside. You know, all about life in the country, right? I know that this is dirt we're standing on. Okay. So I was thinking you could be our guest speaker today. Oh god, I laugh too sure I can't stand kids. Oh god.
Oh no.
One of them is not like the others. Jazz Vincent, may I please have your attention? I have a very special guest to talk to you today. Our very own local farmer Lux. It's totally not that I just asked him this second and totally haven't prepared. It's first-hand experience with living in the countryside. So he knows all about the valley's natural resources. Can you please tell me what a natural resource is? Jazz? A natural resource is a material source of wealth that occurs in natural state and has economic value. Damn, Jazz! Quite big words for such a little girl.
Wow.
Very good. 2 star points, Jazz. Yes! Okay, now let's give our Lux full attention. Country life is all about farming. Country life is all about gathering from the wild. I mean, knowing me and my foraging obsession.
I was about to say.
You gotta get out there, kids. You gotta get out there. You gotta get the berries and the flowers. Pick them all up. They're valuable. This well is chock full with precious minerals. The water around here are teeming with fresh seafood. That's Kelly. You find no better lumber south of Grampleton. Gotta give the Kelly an answer. Water around here is teeming with fresh seafood.
Yes.
Yes, Vincent. Mr. Lux, you're going to marry Miss Penny. Vincent, I am married. Jesus Christ, kid.
Wow. Called out.
Vincent, it's not an appropriate question. Behave yourself, or I'll have to take away all your star points for today. Damn, kid. I'm already happily married. Jesus Christ. That's probably enough for today. You do run a longer play.
Lux, I'm already married. The audience is not convinced.
I'm married in the game, and I have also Hylian, who's just not here, but probably would get. Nah, she would not get church. She would probably just say something to embarrass me. Take care of the kids. But I don't really mind. I enjoy seeing them learn, and hopefully I can help them grow up to be good people. Well, I definitely need to teach Winston some manners. Would you ever want to be a parent, Lux? Penny, I already have a child. I already
really
have a child.
Touch. They're really out of touch. Or maybe this is just, oh my
I haven't really thought about it. Absolutely, I want a big family. I guess so. It's a natural urge. No, I don't think I'll be good at it. No, the world's crowded enough already. No, I don't want to be tied down with a family. I guess so. I mean, I already had it. I don't know what to tell you here.
This is the most beautiful thing I've seen.
What?
I kind of don't want to do anything.
What are you doing?
You should swing by my house later.
Yeah, I'm coming. Oh, like, based on Gear's comment, I have a vague idea of what is going on.
Oh.
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 Let me guess, the basement?
Yes.
Isn't
it glorious?
Such beautiful cheese.
Look at all my beautiful cheese.
Look at all this cheese.
Man, I don't know how it all... It's like one of those rare instances, you know, where it's like I was taking cheese out and putting cheese in. The cheese grommet. We haven't forgotten the cheese. The cheese grommet. But like, yeah, you know, where it's like if something finishes, I take it out and then I put another cheese in, and you just kind of keep doing that. And, you know, it doesn't all pop up like that at the same time. You're just kind of like going through. It's like those barrels are still going, but let me grab this. But obviously we've gone through enough days and enough cycles. As I was doing that, everything just kind of lined up and matured at the same time.
I just had another cutscene. I skipped it. I don't like. I will pass out otherwise.
Oh gosh, it's already 7. How could this happen to me? I need to get to the beach. Let's go to the beach. Let's go get away.
I knew that was coming.
Pretty sure I sing it every time I talk about going to the beach in this game.
Basically.
I know. Watch me leave the farm and suddenly cutscene. Okay, not yet.
Beloved farm achievement. Hey.
Hey, everybody loves you.
Finally got that quest squared away.
I love it when goods are all ready at the same time, right? It's like, oh man, the endorphins I got when I walked in that room, it was just like, yes, give me the serotonin.
Ooh, forage. Speaking of serotonin.
Yeah, I think I meant serotonin and not endorphins. I think endorphins are when, like, isn't that when you get, like...
I honestly don't know.
Scared? Yeah, I know.
Both.
I used to know this stuff. I used to know, you know... what are the happy brain chemicals? I think I messed up. Yep, I came all the way to the beach and I didn't bring my bait with me. It's fine. This is how day 1 goes all the time.
Ba, ba, ba.
Day 1 after a little bit of a break. It's like, what was I doing? How do I play this game again?
What is this device I'm sitting next to? Computer, never heard of it.
Pamela, have you been going hard again with the dinosaur game? This is my fault. I triggered something. And I'm not sorry.
I triggered something, and I will not apologize for it.
I did grab the bait out of the bait maker. I know what I did. I accidentally put it in here, probably. Yep. There we go.
There's a piece of path in this thing, too.
Which one? You know which one. She's asking me which one. You know which one I'm asking about. Silly. Not Paleo Pines. I know you're streaming that, but I'm talking about the other one that you hadn't been playing for a bit. Piece of Bermuda.
Completely forget to check on anything today, really.
Yeah. I checked on the animals, of course.
Okay, let's... I'm kind of... You know, Kelly, I know what we're talking about. Jesus! The entire shed is finished.
Yeah, did we do something? Like, did the game glitch a little bit?
I mean, we didn't check on anything the day before, I think, because
oh, you're right. We were trying to go into the cave, and then we were going into Ginger Island. I bet a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. I don't have the time today to, like, do all these things. So you have to do them tomorrow.
That's fine. It can go one more day. It's not like we're hurting for money.
But the good news is we have more carbonated cauliflower juice. Mm-hmm.
Delicious, delicious.
That's what kids love, after all.
Yep.
Okay. Time for bed. Panda! Hi.
Hey, Panda! Got a bio Uther the other day and working on growing my Psy off and on. Nice, nice.
Take my inventory. Oh, we have smoked.
You can
CGs.
see, my computer seems to be functioning again.
Just came home from counting. Oh yeah, you have like audit thing or whatever going on right now, don't you? Damn.
I saw his message that the audit was over. He's done. Everybody cheer for Panda.
He survived.
The nightmare is over. He's done with his audit. Yeah.
Okay, the stuff in my basement is still like ruined. Oh. Clint sent me an iron bar. Thanks, Clint. Goes right into the bin.
It's never over. Oh no.
The end is never the end, is never the end.
Lux, do we need eggs for anything?
I mean, we don't have any quests for this right now.
Alright, I just wanted to check before I funneled everything through the mayo machines.
Oh, the mayo machine. I just heard mail machines thing, and I was thinking, why are you mailing eggs? Where are you mailing them off to?
Surprise! At least we didn't go till 10 p.m. like we guessed. Oh god, that's a long day. Good job, Frogtastic. Another truffle going into the truffle press.
So let's see here.
Okay, I'm gonna do this very carefully.
Bop. Bop. Okay. And another batch of carbonated cauliflower juice. Heck yeah. The speciality of our farm. Besides the cheese.
Yeah, there we go. And then we're just gonna. I want the screenshot, gang. I'm sorry.
Okay. Honey, in here. Phew. Got it. Yep. I don't have 5 iridium with me. Oh yeah, statue. I forgot. Moo, 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 moo.
Alright, hopefully that works a little bit better.
So we have done that.
I think
You
when I was tinkering with I may have pulled the I need to double check that all of the cables are secure, because I've been having problems with some of the USB ports on the front of my PC that I just need to make sure they're plugged into the motherboard. Because I know one of them, I confirmed one of them was loose the other day, but I didn't check. I checked one and not both. And there's a few that plug in there, so. Silly me. But I was having issues with my controller disconnecting and not charging, so we're just gonna plug it into the back of the machine so it's staying charged.
So.
That's right, I play this game with a controller.
I didn't want to comment on it, Gally. But now that you mentioned it.
I know.
So I need to plant a bunch of taro seeds. I don't think we have any here. Oh yeah, I wanted to craft a bunch of dehydrators for over yonder. I saw clay. Clay. Wood. Wait, was wood in here too?
We love you too, and appreciate all of the joy and love you're sharing with us, with your friends.
Aww. Kelly, do you have wood?
I do not. Oh gosh.
Okay, we're out of wood. We only have
Sorry,
like
I just realized we had some odd things in chests and.
I'm gonna go chop some wood.
Okay. I know we've been deforesting like a lot.
It's for the greater good. It's fine.
I'm about to get disconnected.
Oh no, Kelly!
Oh
no!
Uh-oh. Just realized I have to check. I'm gonna need to check a certain mod because I just realized the paint can is showing up as an air item, which means the mod may have been removed, but we'll fix
I mean,
that.
it still works for me. I saw it earlier.
Yeah, no, like you probably have it, but I've been noticing like little odd things since I fixed my computer, so I don't know if it's because of the power supply was obviously an issue. It was like, long story short, I definitely had a defective power supply because it died less than a year after I installed it in my PC. And this is like a gold certified, 1000 watt power supply for my system. Like, it's a good power supply. I just think I got a defective one. So that one's going to get RMA'd. I'm going to be sending that to the manufacturer, and hopefully they provide me with a replacement because it's got a 10-year warranty on it. So I'll have a spare, which I like. I like having spare parts because when something goes wrong, it's like I can fix it relatively quickly if I have the parts on hand. I was very nervous that my motherboard was the issue the other day because that I would not have been able, and I was scared that the motherboard might have been the issue. I was worried that maybe there was a problem with the RAM, but considering the actual symptoms, that wouldn't have made sense necessarily. But I was very scared I was going to have to get a replacement motherboard, and that's not something that I could just go grab from Best Buy. I don't think they have any in stock right now.
Yeah, like if the motherboard has an issue, it's basically
Rebuilding.
Yeah. Get a new PC.
You've got to, well,
You can maybe use some
replacing
spare parts, but yeah.
I was gonna say, I am capable. I mean, I built my computer, so I can replace the motherboard. That's, I can do that level of work on my PC. And buying a new motherboard wouldn't necessarily be more costly than buying a new system, especially because, like, I have a custom build, so I wouldn't be able to find a PC like the one that I have at a store.
Yeah, I mean, the main issue in this case is, like, finding a fitting motherboard.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that the RAM would probably be, either the RAM or the GPU would be the most costly thing to replace in my system now, thanks to, changes in technology and focus. Cost of computer components has gone up, and that is all I'm gonna say. We're not gonna go down the rabbit hole. Things have happened that have affected the price of computer components. And I was very, very scared that I might have to replace my RAM. I was genuinely, I was like, please don't. Like, I was sure that it was the PSU, but when your PSU fails, sometimes it can damage other components. So my big fear was that if my PSU died, it might have damaged more costly components, and I didn't want to replace. I don't want to replace the RAM.
Yeah.
That's hundreds.
Hello, Hylian.
Go down the rabbit hole. It's important.
I mean, it is important, but yeah, it's not necessarily a topic for stream right now.
Not for today. It is important. I think it is important.
Yeah.
It's important to be aware of it, and it's important to challenge those changes that have taken place, but streams aren't. This is my happy place. I go to disconnect from, the sucky things, right? We know there's sucky stuff going on, and we can tackle those things at other times, but today is a chance to not get caught up in the craziness.
But yeah, it's truly a bummer though, because I actually planned on getting a new PC this year too.
Oh no.
I mean, my PC is still doing very well, but it's already like 7.5 years old, so...
Yeah. At that point, like, you definitely want to upgrade or start thinking about, upgrading, because at that point, there are probably new CPUs out there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, I did upgrade, like, the graphics card, and, like, I increased the RAM, like, a while ago. And, like, installed a new SSD or whatnot, but, like... I noticed, like, for certain things, the CPU is starting to get, like, not to its limits, but close to it, and
it's starting to become the bottleneck. As you've upgraded things around it, it is
Yeah.
not able to keep up. And so you might have really, you know, plenty of RAM, and you might have a new graphics card, and that helps a little bit. But once your CPU falls behind, you know it must be done.
Yeah.
That was the issue I fell into, because when I started streaming, my other PC, which wasn't that old, but I had made the decision to not buy the latest and greatest. You know, it was,
I mean,
I was building that PC, so I kind of fell into a similar situation that you did. I was trying to build a PC at not the greatest time. It was during COVID. I had life circumstances that I was relying on a gaming laptop, and I put a lot of strain and wear and tear on it. And so I started having issues with the hard drive, and I didn't want to continue gaming on a gaming laptop. Not to say that they aren't good, because there are plenty of good gaming laptops out there, but depending on what you're doing, or, you know.
I mean, a proper desktop or tower PC will always outperform a laptop. That's no matter how good the
That's
laptop is.
correct. And it also has the added benefit that you can upgrade it, whereas with a laptop, when the technology starts falling behind, you can't, like, unless you are very skilled as a technician,
Yes.
you can't break it down and add components. And even then, sometimes, like, I was told, I took my laptop to a PC shop to, like, upgrade some things, and there was a specific component I wanted to upgrade, and they were like, we can't, like, we're not qualified to basically, like, solder stuff and put new stuff in. So, you know, inherently there are pros and cons. It's very portable, but that's what you're giving up, the ability to upgrade it and having the power you would have with a tower. So my laptop was giving me trouble. I wanted to build a PC, but unfortunately when my laptop died, the PC that I wanted to build was super duper expensive because it happened during COVID. And during COVID, there was a lot of trouble with availability. So demand was high and availability was not, which meant costs for components was very high. It was steep. If things, you know, it was steep in addition to just being difficult to get. So I, you know, made the decision to build my PC using, you know, the last generation of components, not the most current, because it was cheaper and more available. But that meant that my PC, you know, the biggest hit was just that, the CPU and the motherboard. Because my CPU and the motherboard I picked was literally like the last generation for that socket type. So if I wanted to update those later, I had to update both of them. And then that meant, because I updated the motherboard to a more current one, the RAM that I had at the time wouldn't fit, and I had to get like DDR5 instead of DDR4, yada yada, and so on and so forth.
And so the cycle continues ever on.
Exactly.
I mean, for me, like I tend to be someone that like uses the technology for quite some time. Like currently, I'm also like getting to the point where I need to buy a new phone because it's already like 5 years old almost. I think 4. And I mean, the battery life is just going down immensely by now. It's unfortunate. It's just how it is. Similar with PCs.
Have it plugged in all the time because it won't hold a charge.
No, Elliot, I don't want a cutscene with you. Leave me alone. I just want to go to Ginger Island, for crying out loud.
Poor Elliot. Yeah, Lux, that's usually about the time that I will cave and I'll get myself a new phone. When I just can't have it unplugged for more than a couple hours because it will die so fast.
Yeah, same here.
Unless it dies. I had that.
Yeah, okay.
I will not have another Google Pixel again because I took something and it fried. And I took it to repair shops and they were just like, when it dies, it bricks, and we can't do any. They were like, it's a security feature and it's good. You know, it means that if you toss it, nobody's gonna get it, fix it, and, you know, collect information off of it. But I was terrified. I actually missed my first stream with iTown because of that.
That actually reminds me a bit, like, due to my job and everything, I often have the chance to, like, play around with newer technologies. And I recently got a new like phone brand I've never heard of before. I think it was called Ule phone or something like this.
Mm-hmm.
And like, first of all, like this phone, this was like the massive, like so massive. You could use it to kill someone with it. It's just that heavy.
Oh my god.
And like, one of the things I tested out is just how long the battery lasted. And I had it running for 2 weeks, like, granted mostly on standby. And it went from 90% or 98% when I got it to 54 in 2 weeks. Occasionally, like, checking it and whatever.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, mostly standby, but for mostly standby, that's insane.
Yeah, no, that is crazy. I was about to say, this sounds like a tactical phone, like, you know, something that, like, you're gonna be in an environment where you're not gonna have access, but like you need a device just for like safety reasons, kind of thing. Like,
so I don't know if this is actually the truth, but apparently the Austrian military uses this type of phone, which I could totally see. Especially since, as I said, it doubles basically as a self-defense weapon.
It's
so,
heavy
you know,
duty. It probably stands up to a lot of wear and tear. It holds a charge. Probably, I'm just kind of like running through all of the things like that would make it desirable, right? It's like if you're at a location and you don't have an outlet available, and you need to stay in communication, or, you know, if you need to leave it on because you're using it like as a hotspot, that would be, oh, look at everybody on the beach. Damn, you play the ukulele? OMG.
instant favorite Stardew character besides Krobus.
He just won his way into my heart by that alone. Like, there are things about all of the there are some things about some characters.
The correction. There are things about all some of the.
Clip that. But, like, you know, I like that Abigail really likes amethysts and the color purple. She is like a monochromatic girly just like me. Sam plays the ukulele, and Krobus.
Krobus is Krobus. He's just perfect.
Krobus is an introvert, and look at all these trees.
Yeah, I really meant to like go back to Ginger Island more often to like get things done actually.
Yeah, I've been slacking. I'm never out here. I'm bad.
I really want to get a banana tree so we can finally get that warp totem going, but it's a bit. I really need to focus. I think I gotta focus on that to get a banana sapling.
We need bananas just because.
Just for Pamela alone. Just for Pamela alone. What many don't realize, like, to get the warp totem, the bananas you need for this is just a sacrifice to Pama, really. For asking her basically for the blessing to use the teleportation device.
Pama, can I share with the gang the surprise I surprised you with? Do it? Okay. So as some of you know, I was not streaming last week because I was doing some traveling. I was visiting. I was spending some quality time with Papa Rat and Stepmom Rat. And while I was traveling, we went to a zoo. Now, for those of you that know Pama, you know there are certain things that she really loves. She loves giraffes and bananas, and consequently, banana slugs. And what else? What else are things that I know Pama likes? Pama loves dinosaurs, and she really likes horses, and survival games where she gets to like breed the perfect whatever it is, horses or dinosaurs. Those are a few things. Oh, and the most important thing, she absolutely loves Dragon Ball Z and Piccolo. Cannot forget that. Anyways, I went to a zoo. I went to a zoo and I walked into the gift shop. And the first thing that I saw when I walked into this gift shop was a little stuffed. It was a slug, but it was a banana slug, but it wasn't an actual banana slug. It was really cute. It was basically a slug, but it had a banana, like, it looked like a banana peel had been peeled back a little bit, and so that was like its little coat or whatever. So it just looked like it was wearing a, banana peel as clothing. And I was just like, oh my gosh, what are the odds that I would find, of all things, like such an obscure and random critter at a zoo gift shop that my friend absolutely loves. So, of course, I snagged that, and it's going to be my gift to the baby beast. But then I wanted to get something for Mama Beast too, and they had a "This is Bananas" t-shirt with banana slugs on it. So I was calling her, excuse me, oh my goodness. I was calling her out of the blue. Like, I didn't even message like, hey, are you busy? Or I may have, but I didn't even wait for her to respond. I just called. And so she's like running to her computer because it's ringing. She hears Discord. She's like scrambling to her computer. And I'm just like, hey, I did not message you. Yeah, so didn't even message her, just call out of the blue. Hey, for no reason in particular whatsoever. Just out of curiosity, what size t-shirt do you wear? Obviously there was a reason, and she knew it and I knew it. But she informed me and I said, awesome, that was all I really needed, and don't worry about it. So I will be taking her gifts next month when I get to meet her in gear. But yeah, I was gonna hold on to the surprise until I got there, but we needed some like good news and good feels, so I shared that. I was like, hey, just wanted to show you, like, I got you a surprise.
That is so sweet. Sorry if I'm a bit silent too. Like, I'm a bit concentrating right now because I'm going through the volcano.
I'm glad you said that because I feel bad. I've been super duper chatty today, and I'm just like, I'm not letting him get a word in. I'm sorry, I'll shut up. But if you're busy and you need me to carry the conversation.
Kelly never lets me talk.
Sorry. These are the consequences for bossing me around the farm.
Candace asking, Bob, why am I getting always bullied? I believe by my own chat. I do remember you got a thing. I didn't forget, Gear. I didn't forget that you got a thing. And I wanted to do something like that. Was really sweet too, so I wanted to do something for you guys too and get you a little thing. I got Gear a gift too. It's something that he likes.
But, you know, I definitely wanted it to be unique. So, Gear is a big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! And Bionicles, if you didn't know. Big fan of Bionicles and Yu-Gi-Oh! And I am positive that his fandoms extend beyond that, but my memory is sometimes bad, and I tend to remember the things that get repeated regularly. And those are two of the things that I've heard him talk about multiple times, so it stuck. But I wanted to get him a couple packs of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but I didn't want to just get him Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I don't know what Yu-Gi-Oh cards are like desirable, you know, like if he's playing competitively or goes to card tournaments or just as a collector, something that you would want to look for, you know, you're going to look for different things depending, and I don't know enough about Yu-Gi-Oh to know what those are. So, I wanted to make sure that his gift was special in another way. So, while I was on this trip, I was in Seattle, and if you know anything about Seattle, there's Pike's Place Market, which is a huge sort of outdoor market. They've got like a lot of stalls and stuff. There's also like shops that are in like an underground shopping area that they built into the hill where Pike's Place Market sits. Um, so there's a lot of history there. If you're ever interested, check it out. But one of the things that I found, because Papa Rat asked me what, you know, he's like, think about the things that you want to do while you're there. And I was like, well, I need to do a little research and find out what things would be uniquely interesting to me that I should do, you know, while I'm there. And one of those things was I found what is considered potentially the oldest comic book shop in the United States. Happens to be located at Pike's Place Market in their underground stores. And so I went there
And collapsed on the floor
and
because you didn't get into bed.
I
Sorry.
collapsed on the beach. I collapsed at my favorite place, the shore, with a fishing rod in my hands. But yep, I went to the comic book shop. I took the opportunity to get some gifts for some friends because there's events coming up. I've got visits, I've got trips, I've got you know, birthdays and holidays and whatnot. So picked up some things for some people. And one of those things was a couple packs of Yu-Gi-Oh cards for Gear. He gets to um if you're big into cards, you know how fun it is ripping those packs and finding something exciting. So I got him a couple packs to rip from the oldest comic book shop in the um, the United States. And I'm very excited. Opening packs is so much fun. I hope you find something really cool. Um, Something that maybe is special to your personal collection. Because I know that you have built your collection around a very important special card that, you know, is representative of you and Pama's relationship. And I don't remember. I'm sure you've told me, but like I said, my memory is not that great. But I'm sure there are other cards that you would probably be looking for to add to your collection. So I hope something special pops up. That would be super. That would be the icing on the cake, right? It's a pretty good cake, but the icing would be, you know, chef's kiss. I think that's where the real excitement comes in. Not necessarily looking for a card that has actual value that you can like trade in or sell, but the cards that have meaning and importance to you. As iTown pops in here to shout out to me that Chase DeLauder, who is a member player for the Cleveland Guardians. He's pretty young guy. He's been on the team I think for like a year now. So he's sort of developing, and he's a very strong batter. Like he's pretty new to the team, new to the majors, and he's making a name for himself enough that they are putting him at like the top of the batting order, which is where you typically have your strongest batters. The little guy, he's doing it. That's awesome that he got a home run. I'm gonna have to watch this game later. Black Rose Dragon, most Black Rose is always, or more Black Rose is always nice. Yes, yes, yes. It would be awesome if you guys, we get you a Black Rose Dragon from those packs. I have developed an interest and love for baseball, and so thanks to iTown taking me to a game, and I don't know if I shared this with everybody, but I also picked up that I started collecting baseball cards. And the cards that I'm collecting have specific meaning. Basically, the ones that I'm looking for currently, I want to find rookie cards for all of the players that were playing in the game that Sunny and iTown took me to. Because that's like special to me. I'm like, these are the players, and it's their rookie cards, which can sometimes be a little bit challenging to find. And sometimes they tend to be a little bit pricey because, for example, I think I got rookie cards for a couple players that are on the team right now from like last year's set. But Jose Ramirez, the third baseman, he's been playing for the Cleveland Guardians for 13 years. He's old hat, and he's like a mentor to the rest of the team. He's also a really talented player. But he's been playing for 13 years, which means, and he's also a good player, which makes his rookie card, inherently valuable. His rookie card released like 13 years ago. So I have to find a collector that happens to have it that I could probably snag it from. I've been checking local card shops just to see if anyone has it sitting in a box. And because he's not like a Hall of Famer yet, I believe that he could make it. And he's, he's had a long career, but who knows how much longer he may stick with it. I know he has a love for the game, and he loves the Guardians. He's stayed with the team for his entire career when he probably could have started playing with somebody else because he's that good. He could have easily gotten a contract with another team and maybe made more money, but but yeah, no, he stayed with his team, and I see him posting on socials and stuff how he likes being the guy, that's mentoring the newer players and watching them grow right alongside his coach. They always talk about that, and I know that's valuable to them. Another reason I fell in love with the team. Because it's very genuine and wholesome, aside from them really turning, like, they're doing really well this year, I think. I'm a fan, and I'm probably biased, but I feel like they're doing really well, just the things that they're doing. So yeah, his card. I'm checking eBay every now and then to see if I can snag his rookie card, because mint condition, it could be a little pricey, but it's always fun when I rip open a pack and I find a card that's, it's one of the Guardians, in this current series, or if I'm excited now too, because I'm actually also trying to collect not just like the Cleveland Guardians rookie cards, but the team that they played against, which was the Baltimore Orioles. So I've been collecting those as well, because those were all the players that were in the game that I saw with Sunny and iTown. And I've also kind of offhandedly been picking up cards for players in the game I took my dad and stepmom to. I've picked up a couple cards for some players that played in that game, so the collection is expanding a little bit. I shouldn't be doing that. What am I doing here? I'm distracted. Let me go back to what Gear was saying here. For those curious, long story short, my current collection is not my first. My fave card of my original collection that I sold for college reasons was a ghost rare Black Rose Dragon, only to find out later I didn't have to. That following Christmas, Pamela got me a ghost rare Black Rose to start my new collection. Now I make it a point to collect at least one of every version of the Black Rose Dragon to showcase my love for Pamela. Gear, that story, by the way, was kind of my inspiration for, you know, what I wanted to collect for my own collection for baseball cards. I was thinking about you and, you know, that you'd done this. That was how you showed, you know, your love and appreciation to Pama. And I was like, you know what? I got to go to a game with two people I care very much about, and I think that's going to be the focus of some of my card collecting, is getting cards that are significant to that first game. So, yeah.
Ah, yes, sports ball and love.
You know, it's so funny, Lux, because, like, I mean, it was literally just a couple months. I kind of felt the same way. iTown is a big sports fan, and I'm always like, "Yah, rah, go get 'em, sports ball." I'm not. I've never been a fan, but, like, they invited me to go to the game, and even though it wasn't necessarily something that I was like, I don't really care for sports, you know, like, I'll watch football from time to time because I can follow it, but, you know, I've never been super interested in baseball. However, I do like taking part in the things that my friends love, because nothing's better than seeing your friends shine and have a good time. And so even if there's something that maybe I'm like, I don't really know if I would enjoy that, if I know somebody else really loves it, it's kind of like, you know, a no-brainer. I get to go do something, share that with them, something that they love, and see them, you know, see the excitement and the love and the joy that they have for those things that interest them. So, it was very special to me when Sunny and iTown asked me if I wanted to go to the game. So it was a no-brainer. I was like, yeah, I'll go to a game with you. Did not realize that that would spark joy in me for the game. I got very caught up in the strategy, because on the surface level, yeah, you got a guy, he goes up to the batter's box, and he's swinging at the ball the pitcher's throwing at him, and he wants to hit it, you know, as far as he can so he can, you know, make a run. And it's so much more than that. You wouldn't realize it until you sat and got into the game, but it definitely it was a surprise. Honestly, it was a surprise to me, because I've never been a big fan of sports, and now I'm like, you know, I want to go to the games. I've learned how to keep score. Like, I have books, and I'm keeping score because it helps me stay focused on the game, and have fun with it. And
I mean, I did try to like get interested in sports because my father is a very big fan of different sports, from like football to like racing sports like MotoGP, Formula One, and of course, since it's Austria, skiing. And like, I mean, like, I know a few of like the people, the skiers and everything, but in reality, like, I have not really clue, nor really much interest in sports particularly. So,
and that's okay. We don't always have to love everything that everybody else loves.
yeah, it's like I only judge you a little bit for it.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you would have fun at a ball game with me. I could I don't know how much your father explains stuff to you.
I mean, I do understand the rules and everything, and like, but I was never a big fan of sports in general. So
yeah. I think the other thing that I really like, probably why I like baseball, especially, like, I like baseball probably a little bit more because it's like the all-American pastime, but also there's been for a long time that sort of sense of staying true to the game and, you know, good sportsmanship and stuff like that. Not to say you don't have those moments when things get heated and a player gets angry, like, you know, you see that, it happens. It's a competition, it's a competitive sport. Um, but also, you know, sometimes the players' stories too. I think that might be of more interest to you, Lux, the stories of the people that are playing these games sometimes. Like I said, Chase, this young guy, and he's talking about how, you know, Jose, the longtime player on the team, mentors him, and, you know, how much Jose enjoys that. Sonny, I think, if I remember this correctly, so Jose Ramirez does not speak English. He's, oh gosh, I am kicking myself. iTown, help me out. Where does Jose hail from? Because I know we have players from like Venezuela, but then there's other individuals. But he doesn't speak English. He's a Spanish speaking player on the team, and Venezuela. Okay, yeah, Venezuela. And so Sonny was just saying that they haven't there hasn't been pressure on him to learn English. Like, people are just really respectful of, you know, him and his heritage and his culture and stuff. So, you know, he does his interviews, I think, in Spanish. And once again, iTown, if I'm misremembering this, please correct me if I'm wrong. I don't want to spread misinformation, but that's just, you know, it's like one of those things that it's like, that's really cool that there's that consideration and that he gets to stay true to, like, he gets to be here and participate in that and also stay true to like his, Dominican Republic. Thank you. See, you know, sometimes we get it wrong. But yeah, and I also love that too. Like, here's a sport that brings people from these different walks of life together. It's a, you know, just kind of like us. I'm sitting here. Lux is in Austria. I'm here in the US. BB, I know you hail from the UK, and I don't think any of that's private information. And, you know, if it was, I'm sorry. But, you know, and we all get to come together and share our love for video games and nerdy things, and that's just awesome. I love seeing that. I think we
Nerdy
need more
video
of it.
games? Never heard of that stuff.
I dox myself all the time, right? I've never heard of nerdy things like video games. What are you talking about?
I mean, about like the doxing, yours quote unquote dox yourself. I need to change the topic a little bit. I'm sorry, so I can also get a word in, because I have no clue about like baseball or.
I'm sorry.
Because like actually baseball and also like American football, it's absolutely not a thing here. So it's also like when I said football earlier, I meant soccer.
Soccer, yeah. I knew what you meant.
No, because like iTown was writing American football. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
I like baseball is not a thing here. Soccer is a very big thing here. American football, I mean, it's in the name. I think it's only really practiced in America.
The World Cup is coming up though.
Yeah, I never cared about the World Cup or the Euro Cup or whatever. So
my new secret hope is that I will have an opportunity one day to and it's gonna involve Lux having to travel. That's why I'm like, it may be a pipe dream, but I'm going to hold on to this dream nevertheless. My hope is that maybe one day I have the opportunity to take Lux to a baseball game, because it's different, and it's baseball on TV is fun to watch for its own reasons, but there's also something special about getting to see the games live. Yes, he needs the nachos. And a corn dog. Even if I don't get to take him to a game, maybe one day I'll be able to, like, you know, all right, Lux, here's some nachos. We're gonna watch a baseball game, and I'm gonna share some things with you. And if you still don't care for it at the end of the day, that's okay.
I mean, not to like bust any dreams or anything, but you are aware, like, we have nachos and corn dogs here too. Yeah, but okay, to be fair though, I've also seen the tacos that you have there. Okay, like the tacos, those were just sad. The nachos are really good. Though. Like nachos are very common in a lot of places here.
That's good. I'm glad the nachos are good, because if the nachos are like the tacos, then I feel like I need
I mean, it's not like nachos are not that hard of a concept, because like we have tortilla chips, we have like the different kinds of sauces here too, but like the let's call it like the classic like Mexican type seasonings and taco shells specifically, they're not really common to get here.
No.
Oh, speaking of sports ball, hello Alex, you're playing with a with a football.
Okay, but yeah, I've yapped plenty about sports, and poor Lux is just sitting here, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that to my collab partner.
It's already too late.
Oh, no. I mean, we've got 2 hours left of the stream, so I'm gonna shut up and let Lux take the show away.
Kelly's not talking for the rest of the stream now. She's all out of
Nope.
speaking points. No, just kidding.
Yep. Nope. I'm done. He's got to do it all. He's got to carry the stream now.
First, I'm not allowed to speak. Now I'm solely responsible for speaking. Unbelievable. Oh, mango sapling. I need banana. Dang it.
Oh my gosh, an American county fair and show them how many deep fried things you can get. Oh man.
Honestly, like I saw videos of that, and I don't want to be rude, but I felt sick after watching this because I'm not good with deep fried food in general.
Actually, that's a really good point. Like, sometimes it can be a little bit overwhelming and stomach turning, some of the food that we make it like
even like the deep fried food we have here, which I would reason to bet that it's like more not as hard on the stomach. Like even that I don't like much. Like yeah, I eat fries or chippies. Chippies. Just such a fun way of saying it.
I like it.
I mean, it's not a British set. But I don't know, like generally, like I don't like oily foods that much. So,
very reasonable too.
And I mean, we do have.
Very heavy.
It is very heavy. And to be fair, I mean, we have our own versions of deep fried food here. For example, langosh, which I'm pretty sure you don't have in the US and probably never heard of what langosh is. It's basically like a deep fried bread topped with sour cream and cheese. It's from Hungary.
That sounds pretty good, honestly, not gonna lie.
It don't get me wrong, like it tastes great. And I do like it too, but I cannot eat much of it. Like a langosh is rather big actually. Yeah. It's as big as my face. And so like I can maybe eat like half of a langosh.
It's something that you would probably want to share.
I at least want to share, yeah. Like I definitely know people that are like, yeah, you gotta eat the whole damn thing and I want a second.
Oh.
But because I don't know who said it, was it Gear with like the deep fried foods, the county fair. I could say the same, like I gotta take you to a medieval festival around here and gonna let you try all those classics where we have there.
Oh man, I mean, gosh, being able to go to a medieval fair in Europe,
going to
I mean, I just feel like it would be a completely different experience considering. I
think it is quite different to Ren fairs in a few ways. Because I mean, for one, most of the like locations where those are happening are like actually like castles or like old cities or something, like stuff that was actually around during that time or even before that. Long before the US was even discovered by the Europeans.
Well, because I mean, on the one hand, it's like here in the U.S., it's kind of like a fantasy setting.
Yeah.
You know, that's
In
how
the
it's
US,
treated.
exactly.
Versus
In the US,
Europe,
it's a
it
fantasy
was-
setting. For us, not.
Yeah, but in Europe, it's actually like the history too.
Yeah. You have a lot of like merchants that like have crafted similar stuff like this for almost generations. Like my favorite is always when you have like actual blacksmiths that are doing work. This is always really cool.
Oh goodness, yeah.
And you can like they set up a little forge on the like, and you can actually like see them like hammering away. Most of the times it's like goldsmith type of things, because like it's manageable, and like having actual swords around might be a tad bit dangerous. But it's just cool vibes, really.
So some of the fairs I've been to, I haven't. There's like one or two where I think they might have stalls where blacksmiths are working on stuff, but they're not doing. It might be kind of like a simplified setup where maybe they're like doing finishing touches on a piece of work, or some like really rudimentary shaping, just to kind of, you know, display to people the process. A lot of times what I'll see more frequently when I go to Ren fairs is like glass blowers.
Oh, glass blowers are relatively rare here. They exist, but it's not that common.
Yeah.
Think about it.
That's you'll see some artisans at Ren fairs here, but you know, typically it's like I said, it's like I see glass blowers pretty often. Might see other crafters like weavers and things like that.
Wait, beavers?
Weavers.
Oh,
with a W.
weavers. Okay, I was like, there are animals there?
There are. So actually, oh, this was so cool. I got to go to a Ren fair here, and Mama Rat, I got to take her. I got to take her to her first Ren fair here. And people, I'm going to share a little bit of info about Mama Rat. Mama Rat actually really loves birds of prey. Specifically, have any of you guys seen the live feed that they have for the eagle couple? I think it's at like Bear something National Park. There's a live feed of 2 eagles, and every year they nest at the same place and they lay their eggs. And so you can watch the live feed of their eggs like hatching and the parents caring for them until they get big enough to fly off. And she loves that. Loves it. So when she came to the Ren Fair here, they had a couple shows that involved animals. One was a woman that ran a dog rescue, but she'd actually trained her dogs that she rescued. All of these rescues had a job, and that was to, you know, advocate for other dogs that needed help and care and rescue by performing at this medieval, you know, Renaissance festival, you know, jumping through hoops and climbing on barrels and all kinds of fun stuff. And then the other show that they had was a rescue, not rehabilitation, but it was a rescue for birds of prey. So they did a display where they have hawks and owls, and, you know, for 30 minutes you can sit while, you know, the handlers carry these birds through the crowd so you can look at them and take pictures while somebody is sharing information about, you know, how they hunt and where they live. And it was so cool to be able to take my mom so that she could just see, like, you know, you're a couple feet away from people who are carrying these hawks and falcons, and, you know, like I think they had maybe a golden eagle that day, and the owls, and, you know, you get to take pictures and see the birds, and they're just so majestic and beautiful. The sad thing is, like I said, it's a rescue and not rehabilitation, because there are laws in place that, you know, they are the only, I think, recognized rescue for birds of prey, and when you rescue them, they can't be rehabilitated and returned to the wild. So it's like sort of this very specific function that they do for animals that are injured in the wild and need to be cared for. They typically be put down, but because of this rescue, they're able to, you know, help those birds and give them a home until they, you know, a home and a job, you know, informing and educating other people about them. So that was really, I did it again, I'm sorry.
I was just thinking as you were like talking about like the birds of prey thing, and that like Mama Red likes those a lot. Actually, here in Austria, in a castle, I think it's Castle Highwerfen or something. They have a falconry show.
Really?
Yes, I've been there. Like I do remember being there. I think that's still a thing.
Oh, that would be awesome. So, yeah, I have seen, I think falcons, so some birds can't, you know, be kept, but of course there's a whole history of falconers and people training falcons to hunt for them. So,
yeah, I mean,
that's
we
a special case.
we still have falconers around here. Like they're mostly for like showcasing purpose. My wife wants another kid.
Oh,
Sure thing, Sophia. Gotta have another kid.
happy wife, happy life.
Oh, we got smoked sea cheese again.
Yeah, I love smoked sea cheese. Oh.
No, but like
More baby tellers. Yeah.
baby. No, but like thinking about like the Ren Fest thing, I don't know if you guys have that, but what we have on a few festivals, there was so there's one every year in, is it in Linz? I think it is in the city of Linz in Austria. They have like a medieval market where they actually do like show fights with swords. And have like a whole turnier place set up with like sand laid out on the main plaza, and like they're actually wearing armor and like partly like fighting and partly like recreating battles, horse riding as well. And on another place where it was last year, they actually had horse archery as well.
Oh wow!
Which was really cool. Unfortunately, I only did like see the tail end of it because we arrived a bit too late in the day to actually see it. But it's just so cool that we like even having this kind of thing. Oh yeah, jousting as well. Jousting was also something that they do occasionally. So those are all things. I mean, like with jousting and stuff like this, it gotta be like, you know, because of the animals, it's not that common and only under like special circumstances, special precautions, which is a good thing. But like this is all stuff we basically have here, which is incredibly cool that we have. And I mean, especially like the horse archery thing, for example, if you have a real life castle as a backdrop, oh my god, we have more carbonated juice here.
So we have, so here it's definitely not going to be the same because it's not in a castle, but we do have something similar. It's called Medieval Times, so it's kind of like dinner theater, but also a medieval show where they have horse performances and jousting, and you know, hand-to-hand, you know, combat with swords and things like that. It's a little. They also, I was gonna say, they also have a falconer. That's always been something that I enjoyed when I go there. Sometimes they have a falconer, and he'll have the bird fly over the crowd, and then, you know, come back to the middle of the sand arena where everything is. But there's no real castle. It's you know, a thematic castle that's been built here. But there's a few of them across the U.S. Where they do kind of something similar. I'll send you links and pictures later.
Oh yeah.
And you'll be like, oh, that's cute. That's cute. You know, it's cute. They're trying.
Oh, look at those cute little Americans trying to recreate it.
Look at what they must do to mimic even a fraction of our power.
I was thinking the same thing. I did like, no, I cannot say this right now. No, but you did say it, so it's fine. No, like, I mean,
always fun times.
I mean, it's like, of course, you have like those things. Not every medieval festival here is great too. Like, of course, you have like the bad ones as well. That's just a given by the fact. But I think alone due to the historical aspect we have, just by happenstance, like the culture in a way never died out. There are just literally some, I don't know, brewers, metalsmiths, and whatnot, who basically have done this for generations already. So, I mean, of course, it's gonna be a completely different vibe than even is possible in the US.
Yep.
So...
Hey, Europe, we can make castles too. Europe. Cute. Can it survive the catapult? America. What a cute toy castle. Exactly.
Can your castle survive a trebuchet attack? I don't think so.
Many years ago, I went to a Ren fair with my best friend. I have a picture of me. They had a little display with little toy trebuchets that you could launch mini marshmallows off of, and I was firing one off at my friends.
Oh, that reminds me, at one of the medieval festivals, there was a toy maker who made like mini replicas of siege weapons as well that you could assemble yourself. And I see him again, I need to like buy one. I think that would be really cool to have.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it, I need banana saplings, not mahogany or mango.
I need to check on the mahogany trees.
Mahogany. Okay, we get the quest again to catch the tropical fish. And some Ginger
I
Island.
know what we're doing the rest of the stream.
I mean, I'm heading to Ginger Island basically every day by now, so
I just keep churning things through the cheese press and the mayo machine.
The cheese press.
But then also smoking fish as well to sell.
Yeah, I mean, I set up like dehydrators and seed machines on the Ginger Island farm by now.
Ah, well, then I can do this there then. Let me get rid of the milk and cheeses in my inventory.
God damn it, Vince doesn't like strawberries. What a spoiled child. So.
Let's see. I have this animal cracker. I need to do I need to give it to somebody. I guess we could get... We need bears.
We still need bears. Yeah, we don't have one yet.
I keep giving up on Marnie. She's never at the table to sell me stuff.
I mean, Monday, usually she should be available, I think.
Probably not this late, but I'll try. Let's see if I can do it. See if I can get there before 5. Because it's like, she's not there on Tuesday. She's not there on Sunday.
Yeah, but if you get there once, you can buy the book, which allows you to always, like, use it without she being actually there.
Oh, well, let me get that then. Nope, she's not there. I get over here at 8. I get over here before 5. She doesn't want to work anymore. I don't.
I mean,
I feel like that sometimes too.
Marnie is known for that she's never there. That's actually why Concerned Ape added this book to not have a beat there so that you can still use it because players were complaining so much that she's like never available when you need her.
It's like I need her to be there so I can buy the book though.
Speaking of books, hey Gaia.
Hi Gaia. How are you doing? Long time no see.
God, I'm really getting a craving for fruit right now because I'm like working with all these fruit figures here. Oh gosh, what? Oh man, that reminds me of the toy maker that had those really cool puppet creature toys. I had always wanted a large shoulder one, but could never get one. I did get one, but it was a little finger pet. I like it, but I always said I never got the bigger one. Just later I saw it that the fur on my finger was getting rough, and I took it back to see if it could be fixed. If I think by my little guy. As you said, like little shoulder thing. What I did see, like one of my friends really is into dragons, and there is one thing with what are they called? Basically, those are little not really plushes, but I feel like with this rice sand thingy filling, and they're basically meant to like lay on your shoulder, and you carry them around over your shoulder. They basically have a mini dragon on your shoulder.
Yep. I think that's what she's talking about, and I've seen those shoulder puppets. Doing well.
For some reason, when she wrote shoulder puppets, like I was thinking like a wooden puppet, like a marionette or something.
Marionette.
Like sitting on her shoulder, like looking creepily about over everybody.
Looking creepy. Oh, you know what? We're just gonna leave those there for right now. Kind of, they don't have bean or sandbags in them. They're made from clay or wood, and there's a cord that comes on their tail you can use to make their head turn and look around like it's live. Yeah.
Okay, so it's
I remember
okay.
seeing those.
I don't know those specifically.
I'll send you a picture. I'll track down a picture and send it to you.
After stream, Kelly is sending me like 15 different things.
He's gonna get so many things from me now. Oh, good, Pama, you're gonna get things from everybody now, not just me.
Oh no. I can see it like I wake up and I have like 30 new messages on Discord in the morning. Look at this, I found this, Lux. This, have you seen that? Do you have that in Europe as well?
Won't that be so nice?
It would be nice. I love getting messages from my friends after all.
See, I knew. I made him say it.
Guys, she's holding me at gunpoint. Please help me.
I know you enjoy it. You know you enjoy it.
Oh, Callie, do you have a lucky ring?
I believe that I do, and I may be wearing it. Yes, I do.
Okay, because I got a third one.
Nice. Okay, we cannot. Okay. That's just to sell then.
Everybody know he enjoys it. Gaia! Bunk y'all. In the bar, I'm disturbing Pama and Audrey. Wait, what? Wait, what?
I was disturbing Pamela and Audrey in the barn. I was trying to pick up the cheeses, and when they're trying to sleep, and it's like, Audrey is trying to sleep. It's like, I wasn't trying to bother them. I just want to grab the cheese.
I cannot believe you've done it to Audrey and Pamela.
I know, I'm a terrible friend. Worst friend.
Just imagine like shaking them awake accidentally, like as you walk by.
Go back to sleep.
No, you have to shout at them, go back to sleep, I'm not here. Like to really wake them up. I am just a figment of your imagination. Like, really,
you never saw me.
Like really yelling into their face.
Oh, that would be terrible. The exact absolute opposite of what I actually intend to do.
I mean, like, as soon as like this compound is a thing, I mean, they're gonna wake up every morning anyway because we're gonna dance to Bangarang.
Yep, that's gonna happen.
That was so funny yesterday.
Bangarangarang.
God, I listened to this song at least like I think 10 or 12 times today, like over the day. It's so stuck in my head.
What? Oh, Rena! Alyssra, hello! Oops. Don't mind me just passing out on the street. It's fine. And Al! Look at all you sweethearts. Thank you for the raid! Welcome in, everybody.
Hello, everybody!
I feel so bad because I didn't get to hang out. I did leave you guys alert, but I didn't get to hang out and chat. I stopped in. They were streaming their Sunday stream. It's what's it called? Warhammer Rogue Trader, if I remember right. They play that on Sundays. How was it, guys? If you guys don't know them, if there's folks in chat that don't know these three, you better head to their channels and leave them a follow. They're wonderful, wonderful people. It's not a video game, it's just a novel. I remember seeing a clip or maybe watching it live. You were voice acting for a weazened elder gentleman and fried your voice. And I did the same thing playing Lunar later, so it's like, oh, I know exactly the pain that she was feeling trying to fun but nasty.
Yeah. Hello, everybody.
Shitty.
Also
Oh,
from
no.
my side. And Lena Box, thank you for the follow. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you for the hydrate.
Hydrate the rat.
Self-care.
Ow! Thanks for the hydrate as well, Gaia.
Poop demons.
And the hydrate and the... Wait.
Oh, no.
And the honk.
Big stretch.
Oh man, you guys missed out on some interesting. We've been having a lot of conversations. We've covered a lot of ground today.
Yeah, I
I've
mean,
covered a lot of ground.
Kelly was talking 95% of the time today. I was just sitting there doing farm chores. Kelly was talking about baseball and conventions, and I'm sitting there
Collecting cards.
collecting cards. I'm sitting there nodding silently while running the farm. Now it's fun.
It's been a Cali Yap stream. I miss baseball talk. You did, but if you ever want to chat about baseball, you let me know. I'll hop in. I'll hop in voice chat. And we'll chat about baseball. I'm kind of new to the sport, so like I have a very what's the right not naive, but like maybe I don't want to say ignorant. Ignorant has so many negative connotations, but yes, I'm like
She's very new
still
to
learning
the whole
all the
thing.
ins and outs.
But how was the stream, guys? Besides nasty and novel-like.
Have fun with the creature, A. Thank you for the raid again. And if you know, this goes for everybody too. If you have to raid and run, absolutely. Don't be afraid. You know, take care of yourself. Hydrate, stretch, get some rest. And I appreciate you guys stopping in.
Yeah, thank you so much. But we're just talking about the new Scaffoflation's morning routine.
Yep.
If I came in.
Hello, Lee in a box. Yep, our musical chairs routine while we sing Bangarang.
So, I got more meat for the basement. Let's hope Dane doesn't steal it. Or Gaia. Or any of the other, what feels like 500 Danish VTubers we know.
We know a great many Danish streamers. How lucky.
That's true.
How lucky. How lucky am I to, you know, exist during a time when we can span the distance. You know, that great distance that separates us, the oceans.
The big pond.
And yeah, that big old pond. We get to span that distance and share the things we love, and know, just that we get to know each other, right? Like,
Kelly's getting sappy. I
those...
started to get sappy too. She does.
I'm gonna get super sappy right now, but like, if you think about it, you know, 10, 20 years ago, that didn't necessarily exist. You know,
that is absolutely
like, not
correct.
to this extent. Not to this extent, to be able to play games together or have watch parties and watch, you know, share our favorite videos and television shows and music and, you know, books and things like that. Like, we would have just gone through this life never knowing anything about the people that existed on the other side of the rock.
I mean,
well, it's the wolf.
I mean, for me, this is always something I really enjoy as well. Just thinking about the things you experience. And I mean, there are people out there who are like, the internet made so much everything worse and whatnot. And absolutely not the case. If you only focus on a bad thing, sure. But I mean, if you only focus on the bad things for everything, then you're never gonna find joy in anything.
Nope. It is a tool just like any other.
Yeah.
And, you know, depending on how you use that tool, you know, it can make all the difference in the world. If you're using it to doom scroll depressing media on in the news or, you know, across socials, yeah, you know, like, there's plenty of things that aren't great that are out there. And if that's the stuff that you're, you know...
Don't focus on the bad things.
Yeah, like, sometimes you can't avoid it, right? Sometimes it's gonna be there. It's easily available, right? And that stinks. And sometimes you have to look a little bit harder to find the good stuff. But man, when you discover the good stuff, it's so worth it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I got to use the internet to find genuinely good people. And I never want to take that for granted, right? You know? Like, yeah. I think sometimes it's like, that's the reason I bring it up. I want to make sure that we aren't taking that for granted, that we know how lucky we are.
It's important to appreciate the things you have, always.
And you don't just have to wait until Thanksgiving Day to do it.
Yeah, especially if you're in Europe or outside of the US, because then you don't have Thanksgiving. So...
Right? Well, so, I mean, there are other countries that have their own Thanksgiving, and it is on a different day, and then everybody has, you know, maybe that holiday or several holidays where they are, you know, appreciating the people around them and the things that they have. Exactly, Pam. Always be thankful.
Always be thankful. Like, this is also one thing for me, for example, like, there are always people, or like the common consensus is, oh, person XYZ has birthday, you gotta give them a present now. And I'm like, but I can give them a present when I actually have a good present for them. And when I'm thankful for them. I don't need to wait until a birthday.
No.
I mean, if it happens to align, sure. I mean, nice occasion, good timing. But you don't have to. Generally, I say this because like I'm horrible at like coming up with gifts on a spot of like a given occasion. And then I'm always like, I'm gonna give gifts when I have a good gift, because giving gifts, the essence behind it should be that, you know, it's something you want to give them, that signals, I thought about you specifically.
Yep, I thought about you. Doesn't have to be big, doesn't have to be, you know, spectacular. It could just be, I know this is something that you'd enjoy. You know, I saw this and it immediately reminded me of you.
Yeah, like a solid gold bar, for example. It's a perfect gift for like someone you know.
Yep. No one would not like a solid gold bar. I think especially Dainty, you would make Dainty's day.
What, Dainty and gold? Never thought that.
wouldn't have thought about it. Not for a second. That's me sending y'all 500 memes a day. I love the memes you guys send. I love the memes. I love seeing what people come across that reminds me of them, especially if it's something really silly. Because I love the laughs too.
I don't. I'm always that serious, as you guys know. Never laugh.
And completely honest all the time.
I mean, I hope I'm honest.
Well, you were just saying you're so serious and you never laugh, so...
Yeah, I said that. Don't you believe me? I just said I'm honest.
I suspect otherwise, perhaps. I think, well, he just laughed just now.
Chad, I can't believe it. Kelly accuses me of being a liar. Unbelievable.
Calling you out. I think you do laugh. I don't think you are serious all the time.
She doesn't even know me, you know.
I think you're fibbing a little bit.
I literally never laugh. Like, I only gasp for air occasionally.
I'm not laughing, I'm gasping for air. Somebody do me a favor and put that in quotes. Callie, he's so mean to chat when you aren't here. Oh no! What?
I've never! I love my chat.
I've been slacking. I haven't been on, you know, on his streams during the week to keep an eye on things.
I'm not some child! I stream. You don't need to check if I'm naughty or whatever.
Find out he's bullying his chat.
If anything, chat bullies me. Okay? I wanna make that clear.
I believe that. I believe that. I'm looking at you right now, chat. I'm pointing at chat right now. I believe it. I believe that you guys bully him from time to time.
I said I was expecting that you said that I approve of this. Ow, Pepper, ow.
No, I was gonna say they're supposed to, yeah.
Lizard.
That's what I've heard. That's what I've heard. I've heard that chat bullies their VTubers. That's supposed to happen. And why don't I hear chippy chippy chappa chappa doopy doopy dabba dabba? Why is it mute on me right now? Hang on.
I mean, I can sing it if you want.
Did everybody else hear it? Thank you for the self-care moment. Train, are you guys done with your, are you guys done surviving?
Speaking of survival. Good lord.
Good news, Kelly. We heard it ourselves. Good, I'm glad you guys heard it, because it looks like perhaps...
Thanks for the hydrate.
That might be a little thing.
Stretch.
Alright, let's do this. We're gonna turn monitor on. like... Oh, wait. Yeah, Dainty had this problem not too long ago, too, and I was helping her troubleshoot it, because it's... Those sound alerts sometimes inform us when chat is redeeming things and we need to stretch, or, you know... I just like to sing the songs. Well, it's funny, because I heard the fart with reverb earlier when somebody played it, but I didn't hear cheepy cheepy. And I don't hear Pedro.
I assume you are like working with like this website you showed me before still?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for me, like, this is luckily not something that can really happen because like all my sounds alert are on my PC.
I do really need to sit down with you and maybe figure out how to do it the way that you do it so that I don't run into this problem. Because when the website has issues, it can create problems. If I haven't opened the browser in a little while, excuse me, oh my gosh, I just took a sip of soda and now I'm all burpy. Okay. So, gang, if you can hear it, that's great. And if that's good enough for you, fantastic. If you like to redeem this stuff, because you know that I sing along with it, unfortunately, I can't hear my sound redeems, and I'll probably have to stop stream to fix it. We don't want to do that right now. It's going to be a little bit of a short stream today anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, because I could hear all of this stuff.
Ow, 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 ow. I can definitely hear the book throwing.
I didn't hear it. I saw it in real time, so... Oh, you know what? Uh-huh. I think I know what was wrong, and I think I just fixed it. So yeah, I've got little hiccups with my PC because of my power supply issues. I can hear it now. Pedro, 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 Pay, and I fell asleep on the beach again. It's fine.
she was falling asleep while she was doing what she loved, singing Pedro Pedro.
Yep, and fishing. Chapa chapa loopy loopy da ba la ba. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Got it sorted out. Not only did it change my default mic, but it also changed my speakers, which was interesting because I could hear the game. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Gear, for the shrooms. But yeah, that was weird because I could hear the game, but I wasn't hearing. And it happened during stream. That was the interesting thing, because when I started, I could hear the alerts. And then at some point, everything switched, and I don't know what triggered that adjustment. But we're good. We're back.
Oh, tomorrow's the luau. Okay. I still need 5 dragon teeth. Should not be too hard to get.
I am hanging out. Getting swarmed with sound redeems. And text to speech. I love it.
I never set up text to speech on my end.
People don't redeem it very often. But when they do, it's always fun. Because it catches me so off guard, because it doesn't happen that often. I'm like, who's talking right now? Oh, it's text to speech. You said you wouldn't. You said we couldn't be trusted. Wait. Oh, Lux with text to. But who uses speech to text? I actually use speech to text quite often in my car. I think if Pups is still here, she can confirm. It was when I was driving to visit Sunny and I-Town, which I also had the opportunity to meet up with Pups and Albert that time also. and everybody was like super. Everybody was super duper active in our group chat, just, you know, like excited about seeing each other. A couple of us were traveling, so everybody's giving updates. A few people were speaking only in GIFs, which, you know, when I'm driving and I click, you know, like I hit a little button and then my card tells me, you know, somebody's full username and then say sent, you know, link tenor / blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh, it's a GIF. But I don't know the GIF, like what the GIF actually is. But yeah, I sent a text back and I was trying to say pups, and my car kept correcting to pops. So Pups just got a message from me, like everybody in the group chat got a message from me saying, Pops. No, Pops. Damn it, not Pops. Pops. You stupid voice to text.
So that's how Elisra feels.
And then it was like, yeah, it was like, do you want to send this message? And I said, screw it, they'll get a laugh, and I sent it. They can laugh at my struggle. It's fine. I love when Elisra has speech-to-text issues and something glorious comes out of it.
I still remember when like the speech to text completely bugged out during Traveler's Rest, and suddenly she said daddy. I need to
Amazing!
because like that specifically
I saw that clip, I remember that.
specifically the context was not just daddy but daddy Lux.
Yes.
Because someone wrote in chat that my character looks like a classical dad, and she was reading this that Lux looks like a dad, and out came Daddy Lux.
I need to find that clip and watch it again. I love rewatching some of those. So, gang, gonna let you guys in on another little
But I
secret.
require the loops.
I always appreciate it when folks clip funny moments because one, I don't always know what I do that is really funny. You know, like, I might say something and I'm like, you know, yeah, I guess that was kind of funny. Other people find me funnier maybe than I find myself, so don't get me wrong, sometimes I do find myself genuinely funny. But, you know, most of the time I'll just say something, and I remember Dainty telling me she found me extremely funny, and I was flattered because sometimes I think I'm a little serious and maybe not that funny, but... So I'm like, I don't know what to clip. I don't know what's amusing or entertaining or funny. So I always appreciate when people clip stuff, because then I know what folks think is funny, and it's cool to see what I do. It's okay, Callie, we're all a joke. No! But the other reason that I really love clips is because, you know, when people capture those candid moments, it's like a little snapshot of this special little moment that we share. Like, you know, I love the clip of some of Lux's lore moments. You know, losing his toes to rats and how much he loves milk and
I don't say like that.
I really, really, really love some of my favorite clip moments. I'll go ahead and share it. Was when, and this is all when we had first met, so we were all kind of getting to know each other, and our, you know, friendships were new. And so I love watching those because I get to reminisce. But a couple of my favorites, one being, I think you and Rena, I know Rena was involved, and I can't remember who she was playing with. If it was, I think she may have been streaming with you, Lux. It could have been Dane, though. It might have been Rock. I'm not entirely sure.
I don't think I know what you might say now, but go on.
I popped into chat. She was streaming with Lux, and I popped into chat to say hi, and she goes, "Hi, Callie," Everyone, this is Callie, and we're playing on her horrible server.
Okay.
And she was trying to say, like, I'm a lovely person and I hosted this wonderful server for everybody to play Valheim on. But something happened and things got, you know, wires got crossed in the brain, between the brain to mouth, you know, connection. And so instead of saying lovely server, she was like, this horrible server. And then she goes, wait, no, that's not what I meant. Wait, what did I just say? Oh my god, we're live on the radio.
So one of my favorite Rena moments was this one time when we were playing Minecraft. And it was about like wearing leather shoes, so you don't sink in the snow. And Rita just had a completely like verbal meltdown, and me seizing the opportunity was just yes, exactly.
Oh my gosh, yeah, because so if you're wearing leather shoes, you don't sink in the snow, right? So she had just barely survived. We were exploring, and she barely survived an experience where she sank. Oh no, not Agile. We're gonna have to wait on that one. I gotta tell this story when people aren't stuck in Agile.
You can avoid Agile now if you subscribe to Callisto the Red on Twitch.
But you don't have to. You don't have to. I try to keep my ads as short as possible. Actually, she's in your channel.
Go over to Callisto the Red's channel to watch the story in its book.
Because it's another 2 minutes before my ads start playing.
Yeah, mine are over in 2 minutes. Can just switch between the channels.
If she leaves your channel to go to my channel to avoid the ads, and then she gets to my channel and yours end and mine start.
So, since Kelly doesn't want to help me with the fishing quest, I'm doing this all on my own here.
Wait, what fish are we supposed to be catching?
Blue discus, lionfish, and stingrays.
I am currently fishing right now on Ginger Island.
Okay, so you're actually here on Ginger Island. I don't know where you are.
I've been fishing for 2 days on this island. I told you I was passing out on the beach.
I thought you meant the Stardew beach.
No. All right, welcome back. So what I was saying is if you're wearing leather shoes, you don't sink in the snow. And Rena had literally just barely survived that experience of like sinking in the snow and getting out. And so there was, of course, the little bit of adrenaline that's pumping when you're trying to like not expire. And somebody made the comment about leather shoes having that special effect. They keep you from sinking in the snow. And she goes, do snow you shoes, like something to that effect. Just completely could not get words out. Totally tongue-tied. It was the most, like, it was just a very adorable moment. She's struggling to speak. Because I'm like, that's so relatable. It's so relatable. I've been there.
The only thing that I don't like about that clip is that she did not mention to me that I had the wrong mic selected. And that's why I sound absolutely horrible, as if I'm talking into a can.
Oh no! Okay, I've got the lionfish. I don't have any of the blue discus.
I got the blue
What was the
discus
other-
already.
Okay, what's the other one we needed?
The stingrays.
Stingrays, I definitely
They are
don't
all
have
the way
these.
to the right, in the cave.
Oh, so I'm like on the wrong beach altogether. Okay. Can man Lux. Gosh, I'm trying to think of some other just memorable
Dang it.
clips. because we all have them. We all have. There was when Rena, Dainty, and I had one of our first collabs together, and somehow we were playing ESO, and we were just running around being like, the feral women are on the loose, and then it was in the summer or like some of those warmer months, and my computer room got really, really hot, and so, you know, and everybody sort of started commenting where we're like, yeah, it's really, really warm in my room right now with my PC running, and I'm kind of sweating, and I think Dainty said she had like a sweater on, and then Arena just pops out with 3 sweaty feral women, and we're like, no, don't say that so bad. Simon, that's pretty memorable for me. Simon. Yes. Oh gosh. I had a brain fry, and we just talked about it the other day. The sweaty women are here, exactly.
I mean, the whole like wild feral woman thing was just generally is extremely funny.
Yes, so it was so funny, and you know, we were very lenient on being a member of the Sweaty Feral Women. Lux, you know, joined us on our, you know, shenanigans in ESO because he was playing a warden and he had a bear, so we were saying that, you know, she was the feral woman and he was just like +1. Another funny, he's a lady. No, he happened to be in the company of a genuinely feral woman. I mean, what's more feral than a bear? Fancy Lady Lux. That one of those streams, Alistair popped in chat, and I laughed so hard because he goes, "Oh no, I'm, you know, a man out in the wild. I hope no feral women catch me." I think Polar made a female character, and so no, it was iTown. I think iTown had a female character, so he was like, I hope they don't figure me out. I hope they don't, you know, see through my disguise and realize that I'm not a feral woman.
Today I passed out.
I'm in bed and he passed out.
I collapsed in front of the... I was playing darts for too long because I was collecting golden walnuts.
Yep, I saw some of those pop up.
Oh, today's the luau, right. Oh, hey, Carly.
Hi! I guess we gotta go back to the mainland for the,
Yeah, we have the teleport Porsche thingy here too, anyway. And let me just... Can you help me with, like, harvesting the trees real quick?
Yep. Let me make sure I don't... Let me make sure I have room. I'm gonna have to sell some fish.
Fish.
Oh wait, no, I don't want to sell those because they keep their... I need to sell the...
Hello, Jumbo. Welcome in.
The not gold ones. Alright.
Another moment I'm just remembering is from Valheim with the Viking Hot Tub podcast.
The helmet stays on.
The helmet stays on. Good
times. I wonder if the wild feral women have an opposite team. Would they be called the tame domesticated men? I mean, we always maintained that, you know, there were the wild feral women and then there was Team Sus.
Just drop the fruit in here. Just.
You don't want to dehydrate it or anything?
They're already running.
Oh wait, that's a chest. Duh. That's what that's here for.
Let's go back.
Hello, Jumble. Let's see. What are you gonna drop into Le Soup?
I have a magma cup. Ow.
Big stretch.
Thanks for the hydrating stretch. I think a truffle would be a good idea, though. Stretches.
I mean, you know what I'm bringing.
Cheese is also very
Gear.
good.
Yep. Gear, thank you for the hydrate and the stretch. I literally have my hands over my head, my controller behind my head, stretching while I keep playing.
Oh my god, I do that sometimes, like when I'm playing on my own, like I have my hands behind my back while I hold the controller and like play with it like this.
Can't stop. The clock doesn't stop running. Neither can I.
So
Ow.
let's go to the beach. Let's go get away.
Let's go get away. Say what they're gonna say. I know I'm gonna have one day have the baby beast in my lap while still playing games on the TV. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Unless you plan on giving up games.
Oh no, he will not. We won't let him. Speaking of, my child is here. It's running around with the cowboy hat.
Aww. Vincent isn't a good dancer. Sorry, Jazz.
Oh my. My wife just asked me if I want to go swimming and that she has a new bikini.
The weather for it. It's summer. Remember seeing a video of a dad playing a video game and mom comes in and asks where the baby was. The baby was inside dad's jacket asleep. Aww.
That's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly though, like I've seen this a couple times. There are some parents that seem like to have lost all hobbies as soon as they become parents, or maybe they never had any. It's also possible. I always think it's kind of sad because, for one, I get that like childcare is a very exhausting and time-consuming thing, but like to completely lose every essence of what makes you you, and like completely having no interest, no hobbies, nothing anymore. I also don't think that's a good example for the child. If they just see that, you know, the parents have no interest in anything particularly.
So, this is one of those things where it's like, I always say the disclaimer of, I'm not a parent. I haven't raised kids. I don't have kids. So,
Yeah.
like, my opinion is just that. It is an opinion that is based on observation and not experience.
Yeah, same for me. So
yeah, very much like totally could be off base, and take it with a grain of salt. But I definitely see where you're coming from, like, and I understand and agree. Like, there are those folks that, you know, see raising children as, you know, that is the thing that they want to do, right? Like, that's their people, and that is their interest. That's what matters most to them, and that's what they want to invest their time in doing. And, you know, there are so very many ways to raise your kid. And it's all on a scale, being, you know, involved. You know, how involved are you? Where are you involved at? I know, like, some parents where, yeah, they absolutely focus on their kids and, you know, for example, there's a girl that I know, or I should say an older woman. She's got some older kids in high school, and she has three, I think 3 or 4 boys. I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, the point of the matter is they all have their own hobbies and interests and things that they're doing. Like, they're involved in different sports, some of them play in bands. So there are things that they're doing, and that's become her focus, right? Is supporting them while they discover and explore their interests, whether it's going to like games or competitions for regionals and things.
I mean, this is not the thing I meant, because then you are actually showing interest in something. I was talking I was talking specifically. I've met parents that are like the classic. I cannot connect with my kids, but at the same time not having anything, not only not having anything to share with him in terms of their own hobbies, but also not showing interest into the hobbies of their kids. So basically, people that show no interest in anything.
Yeah.
And like I've talked to 1 or 2 people like this before, not like in a charging way, but just curious. Hey, do you have any hobbies? Do you have any interest? Like, what do you like to do? And like one of them told me, since I had I have kids, I don't have time for hobbies. And I'm like, dude, that's not what I asked. I mean, I get that you definitely have less time for hobbies and such if you have kids, and maybe for a while you don't have any time for hobbies at all because you are very much occupied with the child, especially in very young years. But you would still say, or I hope you would still say, yeah, I have this hobby, although I don't have time for it. But they're just completely like, no, I don't have time for any hobbies. I have a child to take care of. And at the same time, they are complaining about, I cannot connect with my child with anything. Or even worse, they're the type of people who are like, oh, my child spends so much time playing video games instead of going out. And this is just something that, as a non-parent, does infuriate me a little bit. Because this person they might be stressed, there might be whatever is going on. I understand that. But it also shows that they don't get involved for whatever reason in anything really anymore. Yeah, I don't want to really say it like that, but it's almost like they've given up on everything in a way.
Yeah, I think BB hit the nail on the head saying I think some people end up forgetting who they are.
Yes, absolutely.
But man, how easy is that to do? I mean, when you get busy, like, let's just taking a kid out of the equation, it's like you get busy and sometimes it's really easy to forget the things that you enjoyed or forget to make time for those things. And like, in the same vein, like Lux is saying, like, yeah, it takes a lot of time and energy to, be involved and take care of a kid for a lot of different reasons. Like, maybe you don't have somebody that can help you, and so a lot of the responsibilities are falling on you, so it's hard to find the time. Maybe trying to make enough money to support a kid, like, so you have to work extra hours and things like that, and then it's like you're so exhausted you're not making time. But I totally get what you're saying, Lex. I didn't mean to imply like anything negative, because I do get what you mean, where people just sort of lose their identity.
Yes, exactly.
For whatever reason.
And I mean, like, I completely get it. Like, I had friends that are like, I got children, and then they did not have any time for gaming anymore because they were also focusing on like building a house and whatever and having to take care of the child. Of course, like, they have very limited time or none at all for anything outside of those things. But this person still has an interest in video games, still has an interest in, I think it was also miniature painting or something. Like, they still had those interests, but they just didn't have time for it anymore. And like, this is a completely different thing. Yeah. Because you then still have the identity behind it.
They just had to give up the things that they love.
They just currently don't have the time for it, but it doesn't mean they have to give it up completely.
What we're saying is you know, if you can swing it, make sure to make time from time to time for the things that you love.
Yeah. Or at least don't give up on them completely if you don't have time for a while for them.
Yep. So it's so hard seeing my friends have no time at all to even shower in peace. My mom was like that in my early years. She worked a lot thinking it was best for me. Then she realized later she was wrong and fixed it as best as she could. You know, I mean, and that's the thing too. It's like when parents are, there's so many different reasons, right? That something like that ends up happening. But it's definitely sad to hear, you know, when somebody's gotten so busy that they can't make time for the things that they love. And more sad too when, you know, we all recognize the amount of time and responsibility it takes to raise a kid, even if we haven't experienced it ourselves.
Yeah, this is like the same thing. Even if you are a cook, you know if you're not a cook, you still know if a food tastes good. It's the same thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. The heart's in the right place and they want what's best for their child. Yeah. But you get so wrapped up in trying to do all the things that you think you need to do to like be a parent that, you know, you're giving up the things that you love. Or like Lux said, you're not, you know, creating an opportunity. You're taking care of your kid and giving them exactly what they need. And sometimes for like, depending on the situation, maybe that's all you can do. But it's also sad too because, you know, you're not doing the things you love, and you also, you know, maybe you don't have the luxury, or maybe you're forgetting to still make time to connect with your kid, you know, when you're in that situation and sharing the things that they love. Here at Scuff of Legends, we get into deep talks about parenthood while playing video games and dealing with scuff. No, right?
That's right.
This is absolutely a yap session.
I mean, the game is very well suited for it, though.
Yes, I agree. Something that I was gonna share. So I'm very close with Mama Rat. If you guys aren't already aware of this, Mama Rat is amazing and she's my best friend and I love her dearly. One of the things that I really love is that even though it's funny because when I was younger and I was into video games, Mama Rat really didn't understand the draw necessarily. I do remember there were times that we would play, when I was younger, I'm gonna date myself. When I was younger, there was a time where we would play Super Mario Brothers on the Nintendo Entertainment System, NES. Not Nintendo 64, or not, you know, Switch. But we would play Super Mario Brothers, and like, you know, it was just a simple platformer. And, you know, I would play, and when I died, we'd pass the controller around the family. So, you know, it's like me and my brother and my mom, like we would all do that together occasionally. There's a few times. But as games got more complicated, you know, she wasn't really able to keep up with all of the things that would be going on in like an adventure game and stuff. So, you know, I continued to play games and she didn't really understand it, you know, the extent of my passion. But as I've gotten older and I've continued doing things, and she's kind of seen the different interests that have stemmed from that, especially with my streaming. I love that I kind of get to share this with her now more than when I was younger. She occasionally pops into my stream because she's told me, she goes, I just wanted to hear your voice. I just missed the sound of your voice, and if you're streaming, I know I can pop in and just hear you chatter. So she really loves Lux and my Stardew streams. I know that she enjoys seeing us play together and how we interact and stuff. Yeah, how like a mom, I know. She's she's sitting out there just watching me do my little video game stuff and, you know, being proud of me. And she's like interested. She's like, it's so cool that you have friends, you know, like in Austria and Denmark and things like that. Hi, Dane, how are you? But it's always fun. And then I also feel really fortunate because she's always excited to hear about the things that I'm excited in. So I love telling her about the stuff that I'm going on, especially things that she maybe hasn't had the opportunity to experience for herself. So she's always telling me, like, not quite like what Gear was saying, because, like, in some instances, yes, you have those parents that feel like they missed out. And so they are forcing their kids to do things so that they can, you know, live through that experience.
Oh, that's a whole other thing.
That is an unhealthy way to go about that, but I get to experience that in a healthy way where I get to do things that I enjoy. And I'm very. My dad actually mentioned it to me for this last trip. He said, I know that you sometimes just are in something not because you're necessarily interested in it or it's something that, you know, you might continue to do, but you just want to have the experience, you know. Sometimes I want to go to a place just to say that I've been there. Sometimes I want to do something just to say that I, you know, like to be able to be like, I did this. That's how you get those fun stories that you get to share with people. And so by being, you know, exploring the world around me and different, you know, activities and different experiences and you know, skills or what have you, I get to share that with my mom. And so she gets to share in that experience too. But it's the experiences that I'm choosing for myself. And I know I get to go and tell her about that stuff and she gets to enjoy it too.
Like laughing about the fact that her daughter constantly forgets to go to bed.
Joke's on you! I almost didn't hit the button in time, but... Yes.
But yeah,
my mom should visit her. You should.
But yeah, this is this is a very good thing that you're able to do that and share this with your mom. It's not something like I've seen many others that don't have this chance, this opportunities to do that, which is really sad.
It is. I know I've told you this before. I know that I'm extremely lucky to be able to have that relationship with my mom because, like, one, we are all people and we're imperfect.
Wait, you're not a rat?
You know, but I'm not a rat, no. I mean, I'm also not a people. I'm a fae, but that's besides the point. Anyways, I've heard from other mortals that they're not perfect, so I'm just trying to relate. But
I got 50 Jojo Colas. Thanks, Joe.
Wow. But you know, like we're all people, and you know, you don't get to. This is not gonna sound great. Though, you know, just bear with me here. It's coming from a good place.
Oh no.
We don't get. Yeah, I know. We don't choose the family that we're born into, you know, and I know everybody's heard that. It's like you don't necessarily get to choose the family that you're born into, but you do get, you know, we all have our found families, the people that we do choose that we grow close to that can become family. But, you know, when you're looking at the grand scheme of you don't pick the family you're born into, you might have some shared experiences because you lived your whole life together, but, you know, sometimes it can just simply end there, right? You know, your parents, uncles, cousins, they all have their own lives and they have their own experiences that have shaped who they are. And, you know, sometimes when you know, you have your own experiences that are shaping who you are. You know, some of us are living in different places, others are just living in a completely different time, you know. the way I grew up is very different from how Lux would grow up, being where he is, just geographically the differences. I could also point out, like, the differences, like, when I grew up, things were handled. I actually had this conversation with somebody else talking about how parenting, what would you call it? The way people parented their kids so many years ago is very different than how parents, like, gentle parenting was not a thing when I was growing up. It was quite the opposite. And no, like, I'm saying that, you know, it's like, you need to do what I'm telling you to do because I'm telling you to do it. It wasn't that, well, do you think that this is the right way? And I'm not saying my parents were strict or anything like that. I'm just saying, you know, I didn't necessarily grow up where it was like, okay, like, I understand you're feeling frustrated right now, and that's okay. Feelings are valid, but this isn't how you should be treating somebody. Like, you know, I wasn't getting those conversations when I was a toddler that people are having with their kids today. And I think that's great. Like, I do think that kids are learning so much, and you need to, even if they don't understand it all, it's good to continue to provide them with that information so that they're, you know, eventually integrating that into their, you know, understanding. But you're born with a family and it's good sometimes, but in time you find your tribe. Yes, that, but also you don't always, sometimes you have those shared experiences during the time that you're together, but that doesn't necessarily mean that your personalities will, you know, your personality, you may have conflicts of personality, you just may have conflicts of, you know, in understanding, conflict with communicating, and it stinks because when, you know, those are also key in forming relationships. So it's like you kind of have these blood relationships that you don't choose, but you have to treat it, you know, sometimes it's treated as really important. I mean, not to say it's not. This is so hard to go through sometimes.
Generally,
it is sad that people can't have those relationships with the people that they're blood related to. And it's also sometimes upsetting to see that when there are really difficult relationships in a family, people feel obligated because of that, you know, blood tie. Too Long Didn't Read. Family's complex. People are unique and different in their own ways, and sometimes we don't all get along.
Life is a
sometimes you
complicated
don't,
thing.
you know, being blood related doesn't automatically imply that things will, you know, the relationship will be good. And that sucks. I know my love of horror is not shared with my mom. Yeah. I think the best thing that we can do sometimes at the end of the day is say, I don't get it, and I may not love it, but I love you, and I love that it's something you love.
That's very true. I mean, generally, like, some people are lucky to be born into, like, a family where they feel like they can fit in, where they're, like, actually friends with their family. Not everybody is so lucky, because it's basically the same reason why you're not friends with everybody in the world. Like, you don't control, like, where you are born, when you are born, at least not that I'm aware that any of us can choose that.
Y'all can share my family.
But
let's go.
You know, sometimes you're lucky and you are born in a family where you just get along with the people. Sometimes you're not. It is, which is in of itself fine, but it can obviously be difficult to have the case. Have this be the case. So, proper English is hard.
Yes, it is. No, like, that is such a valid thought, and, you know, I think as a native English speaker who, you know, I had to go through grammar in elementary school, and it's not easy, and people take that for granted sometimes. That I feel sympathy for folks that tackle English to learn it when it's not their first language. It's not easy. It's different. They do. I was actually looking up a phrase in Danish the other day, and just the whole syntax was different. Like, yeah. We put things in a certain order, and a lot of places do it different, so it can be confusing.
Yeah, I mean, like in my case, I had to learn English, like it was mandatory in school for me. So like I'm somewhat used to it, but like I definitely struggled a lot learning it. I did not have the best teacher in school, to be fair. But still,
That can make a big difference.
it can make a very big difference, because as soon as I got a different teacher, I had a much easier time learning English. I mean, like the real quote-unquote breakthrough for me was like speaking more with people in English. Like started watching YouTube in English, like not like Markiplier or PewDiePie and whatnot, other channels back in the ye old days. And like through this I learned English more than I learned through school. Through school I learned the basics basically. But like even like I had this talk with Heidi recently, with Heidi Heiter.
How is she? I haven't talked to her in ages.
Yeah, I mean since she moved to, and I think it's not like a secret. Like she
You
moved
don't have
back
to say she moved.
She moved, yeah. She's a different time zone now, and like adjusting with everything. But yeah, we keep in contact every now and then. She is, fun fact, after all, my second oldest friend in the VTuber scene. Only like by a couple days outpaced by Reinhard Foxberry. But I still need to like
I know.
get to have him stream more again. That's doing better. But yeah, I was talking about this with Heidi because for those who don't know her, her first language is also German, like for me. She also speaks Thai, so she's like 3 languages deep. I think English is actually her 3rd language.
I'm so impressed by that.
She mentioned to me that she does not have an accent. And I mean, if you watch her stream, she does not have an accent. And when I started out, was very conscious about having an accent, because I was like, oh, people are going to be like either don't understand me, don't like it, be annoyed by it, yada yada yada. Because I do know I have an accent, it's noticeable after all. And my mindset back then was, oh, like I need to speak perfectly English so people can properly enjoy it and don't be like annoyed by my weird way of talking. But at that time I learned that people actually enjoy that I have an accent. And to be fair, it's borderline impossible to get rid of an accent if you try to force it.
Yes. I like your accent. I like. Dane, are you still here? I am sorry. I don't want to embarrass you, but I really like your accent as well.
Oh yeah, Dane's accent is also very good. I like it a lot too.
And I'm gonna say this too. So I've tried to pick up and learn a little bit of Danish, of course, for reasons. All the scuffies are nice to listen to.
No.
But and so for me, my experience trying to learn a new language is you're not going to get good at it unless you practice. And when you are new and you're trying to learn and it's not something you can do overnight, which means you have to practice, and that also means that you just have to kind of like say the words, and you're not going to get it right. It's inherently you're not going to just do it perfectly. You're going to get grammar wrong, your accent's going to be wrong, you're going to speak and say things.
You forget certain words, trying to describe them weirdly.
Forgetting certain words, but then even the way that you're saying a word, because inflection or stress on syllables makes a difference in whether or not a word is understandable, and that's not something that you pick it up and you learn it as you are exposed to it, right? You don't know how to say ear until you hear somebody maybe say ear, you know, like maybe you read the word, and I don't know how you would like air, you know, like just because it's like these vowels can sometimes have a completely different sound depending on what language you're speaking, right? So
Yeah,
I might say ear, but in someplace else E and A together would sound completely different. So it's
it's actually a good example, because in German, if you put an A and an E together, it's
See, yep, perfect
for example. But also, if you go even further, like even the pronunciation of certain letters is completely different. Because going back to the letter E, for example, in English you say E, but in German you say E. If you learn the alphabet, you don't say
like ah.
if you don't in German, you don't learn to say A, B, C, D, E. You learn A, B, C, D, E. You have a different pronunciation for it.
Yes. Exactly.
And the letter you're referring to, BB, is an SZ, and it makes a sharp S sound. So just S. It's like, just two S.
Like Weiss.
Weiss, yeah.
Weiss, yep. See, and W's, you know, even the W, I say Weiss, which is obviously wrong.
No, this was actually quite correct.
Well, with your accent, it did sound a little different.
Weiss.
Weiss.
I mean...
Yes. My brain sees it and sees it though, and it's like a B.
It's absolutely fair. So fun fact about that letter, the Swiss already completely eradicated it from their dictionary. So in Switzerland you will not see this anymore, despite them speaking German. Because they were like, why bother with this? And like, they're absolutely right on that point. Why bother with this? It's stupid.
Yes, but also the point that I was gonna make, and I got to experience this firsthand once I started learning a language, and I realized I feel so bad, because it was like once you experience it, you have this new perspective that it's like I didn't realize that this was what my friends were like sort of talking about when they share their struggles or whatever. But when I was trying to say words and in another language, and sometimes when you're learning a new language, you're going to speak, and it's going as an adult. And I think this is where it's like kind of embarrassing, because you're vulnerable in trying to learn something new. When you're speaking a language that you're unfamiliar with, you are going to sound kind of infantile. Like you're gonna sound
like a child.
Yeah, you're gonna sound like a child. That's just what it boils down to. You're not gonna know that many words, and you're not gonna say them right, and it's going to be funny and kind of cute coming from an adult. Like, you sound like a little kid. And that can sometimes be very embarrassing, and like I said, it's going to make you feel vulnerable. I know for me, there have been times where it's like you really kind of have to wrestle with that and put it aside, because like I said, if you're not practicing, you're not gonna pick it up.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I gotta just put aside that embarrassment. You really do. You have to put aside the embarrassment. You're gonna sound like a kid no matter what. Just like know that that's gonna be the experience, and everybody goes through it, and just chug along anyways.
Yeah, so I mean, this and another thing when you speak multiple languages is also that you start like forgetting words in both languages eventually.
Yeah.
Like, just today I forgot the German word for engagement, for example. I completely blanked out. I could only think of the English one. And then there's, of course, as already said, because I just noticed it, the way you pronounce certain words. Like for me when I say word or language. Like you can definitely in those words hear my accent very predominantly.
And you really have to constantly work on it. Like if you're not using it, you're going to, like they say, is cliche. If you don't use it, you lose it.
I mean, not necessarily. It depends. You need to get to a certain point. You need to get to a certain point to have a good level of familiarity to it. And then you will probably keep most of it. You might get a bit rusty if you don't use it, but like you don't have a problem picking it up again after a little bit.
Right. I think for me, it's more a matter of like vocabulary. Like you were saying, forgetting words in one language or another. If I'm not using certain words, I only know one language anyways, and there are plenty of words that I used to know just because I read so much that I see less now and I've forgotten. So, you know, if you are not integrating or, you know, being exposed to words and, you know, using them, or at least, you know, seeing them regularly, you can start to, your vocabulary can deteriorate. Or maybe that's just me becoming an older rat.
Nah, I think this is a very normal thing though.
I hope so. I want to believe that it is.
No, I mean, I do notice this, like, ever since I started streaming, like, I tend to speak more English than I speak German sometimes. Like, especially, like, I had this week off, and I probably, like, 70-80% of the time spoke English when I was speaking. Mostly because, like, when I have a week off and nothing specially planned, I tend to, like, hole up myself at home. And when I'm at home, I mostly speak to a certain group of people that apparently have a lot of scuff always. And who would have known it? I speak English with them. Surprise, I know. The only person actually I don't speak English with all the time is Ogre. Because when Ogre and I are like DMing or like one-on-one in a VC, we often tend to speak in German. But like even with Heidi or Ray, I mostly speak in English with them as well. Because at one point,
interesting.
Because like, I mean, sometimes like we switch to German rarely, and like when one of us doesn't remember like the English word for something, we just use the German word instead because we both know it anyways.
Yep.
And overall, though, mainly speak English. And due to that, there are certain phrases, certain words I don't need that often in German, but they come up more often in English. For me, like I completely blank out on the German word for it. That's a normal occurrence. So this is.
See, well, I mean, like I said, I only speak one language fluently. I know a handful of words in Spanish as well as Danish, but that's about it. But yeah, even only knowing one language, I forget words plenty of times, so you're not alone. You have a better excuse than I do. You have to remember words in different languages. I just need to know them in mine mostly.
What really impresses me though, because I used to work in a tourism for a tourism company at one point in the past, and there we had people from Serbia working there as well, and like
Okay.
they spoke Serbian, of course. Many of them spoke like another Balkan language like Bulgarian. They spoke English and they spoke German, which is really impressive.
Wow. Yeah. That's so much to like
And
keep track of.
I do remember talking to one of the mechanics at one point, just a bit of banter on break. And like he was relatively new to Austria, so his German was very broken, and we were mainly talking in English to each other. And he asked me like, how can I learn German better, and like, do you know any apps and whatnot, and like any tips for me, whatever. And this is always very fascinating conversations. I also had a similar conversation once with someone from India who also tried learning German. And like, those are always the most fascinating to me. Like, also trying to explain how languages work, why certain things in the language are the way they are. One of the most common questions, by the way, I got in terms of German learning is how our articles work with der, die, das.
Yep.
And most of them were very distraught when I told them there is no mechanic behind it, you just have to remember it, it's absolutely random.
There's no clues, you just have to know.
Like, this is the most the stupidest thing about the German language. For example, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, is like, you have the German word for girl, for example. And the German word for boy. So the German word for boy is Junge. And the article is the masculine article der. You have der, which is masculine, die, which is feminine, and das, which is neutral. So, der Junge. This is the male boy, perfectly fine. Girl, on the other hand, the German word for girl is Mädchen. But you don't say die Mädchen, you say das Mädchen, the neutral one. But you can say die Mädchen if you mean multiple girls. And this is the confusing part. Because it changes based on the amount of people you're talking about and based on the context you're talking about. Fun fact, if you go for multiple boys, by the way, you don't say der Jungen, you say die Jungen. You use the female one if you say for multiple boys.
Oh no.
So it gets really confusing. And
Yeah.
another part of this is also the fact that I sometimes struggle with pronouns in English. Because in German we don't really use like other pronouns than he and she, mainly. Because in English you use they, them for like a more, like let's call it a neutral gender. Not really defined by male or female. The issue is the German equivalent for they and them is the word sie. But sie is also the pronoun for female. Written and spoken the exactly same way. And like it gets really confusing at a lot of points. For me in German to, for one, explain it, for the other, understand it properly at certain times. I had this discussion recently in one of my Zelda streams where because, as I said, I tend to mix up they, them, and pronouns, and often go by the tone of the voice of a person, because like that's what I'm conditioned to do. And if someone sounds female, my first instinct is just using the female pronoun. Not because I don't care for pronouns or anything, but just because it's like automatic. Which is sometimes honestly quite embarrassing. But it's kind of fascinating in the way that this is something based in linguistics for me. And yeah, it's, as I said, just very difficult to explain to others the differences in it.
I mean, there's with the amount of nuance that goes along, and that's another thing too. Just another added layer of complexity when you're talking about the differences between languages. The tone, you know, the context, like you were saying, the context of, are you talking about multiple people? Are you talking about one person? Yes.
Yeah, so like in terms of context, like, because it said she is as well as a female pronoun as like calling multiple like people or whatever. So actually there's a third layer to it as well, because sie is also the formal version of you in German.
Oh no.
So if I meet like as like my boss or whatever, or like an old person or someone of high rank or something, we use a formal version of you, which is sie. So if I, for example, I don't know, would meet the president of Austria, I would not say hello you or hello du. Du is the German version of you, the informal one. Mm-hmm. I would greet them with like with sie. Hello sie. We call this Siezen in German. It's actually, we have Duzen, which is the informal version of addressing someone, and Siezen, which is the formal version of addressing someone. It's absolutely stupid that we even do this, by the way. Also, fun fact, English used to have this as well. Mm-hmm. This is, if you read somewhere die instead, like die house, die family, whatever. Die actually used to be the informal version of in English, and you used to be the formal version. At one point they got just rid of the informal version. Everybody's using you now. So basically all English speakers always are very formal because they're using the formal version, technically speaking. In reality, it doesn't matter. In German, it still very much exists, and very much a lot of older people and people that have like titles and whatever are very adamant about using sie with them because they're important, and it's, if I use du, then I basically degrade them with it, and it's so stupid. And in my case, I slowly come into an age where people, like, their first thought is to start addressing me more formal as well. If I have like a trainee at work who is like 10 years younger or 8 years younger than me, like the first instinct, because of course you get taught this in school too, is to siezen, to siez me, to call me by sie, because I'm older, I'm the more experienced one, so therefore you should use the formal one. My first thing is always, please don't call me with the formal one. Just say you. Honestly, I don't care. Don't make this awkward. You don't need to address me with my last name and call me C and whatever. I'm Lux. I'm not Mr. Taylor.
It just reminds me of Finding Nemo. Mr. Turtle was my dad.
Yeah, it's basically like that.
Mm-hmm.
And
I know.
Yeah, it's just like a short rant about German.
Oh, I thought you were sighing about the time.
Yeah, that would be the next thing I wanted to address.
It's been such a wonderful stream, and we've had so many good conversations.
It was such a wonderful stream, despite me not really being able to get much of a word out sometimes. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
So before my next Stardew stream, I'm gonna create a redeem. It's gonna be a shut up Callie redeem. So you guys
let
can
Lux
use
speak.
it. Exactly, you guys can use it to remind me to let Lux talk from time to time.
And redeem 1 minute talking time for Lux now, and then the rest is Callie again. I'm kidding.
I'm gonna go ahead and blame this on the fact that one, we haven't had a Stardew stream in a few weeks, so I feel like a lot of it is like not me just talking to chat, but also just kind of like verbally vomiting all of this on you two since we haven't talked in a while, so stealing the conversation. But also I haven't really streamed a lot this week, just between the PC issues and general busyness of life. So yes, I missed everybody.
We have our rat back.
For a week.
Oh no, and then she's gone.
Yeah,
Cherish
so
the
you
time
guys,
with Callie as much as you can. It's not
I was
good.
mute. So this is what Lux needs to do. He needs to just mute me when I get carried away, and then he can talk on his stream, because that worked pretty well at the start.
No,
He was
because
like,
then
"You can't
I
hear
was
Callie."
and then I was listening and not saying anything, standing still and like. So it was just awkward silence for the first like minute or so.
But yeah, that was my announcement that I didn't get a chance to share. I won't be available for Stardew Valley next week because I'm going to be traveling again. The good news is that, like, while these trips were a little bit unexpected, I don't have anything planned up until the middle of next month. So we're going to have a couple weeks after this weekend of playing some more Stardew together. Unless Lux tells me that, it's his turn to be away.
Yeah, unfortunately, I just happened to be like, I have to go to another world, my crystal and everything will be gone.
No.
No. No, I don't have any plans, like any big ones in this case. So yeah. But I think that's a wrap for today then.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice playing with you again. It was nice having everyone in chat again. I hope you all enjoyed it.
I did. I had fun yapping at everybody.
We did not check the fruit cave even once, I think. Nope, absolutely, it's overrun. It's fine.
Oh no, I haven't checked the mahogany trees, and I haven't checked the trees in the desert since the little festival, which I think we also participated either last time or the time before that. Yeah, Zerk, you're joining in late, but we're glad you're here. I'm gonna have to play catch up and see how your guys' session went. I know I caught like a little bit of peace, and it seemed like there was some struggle with combat, but I'll poke at you guys. It was beautiful what you wrote in the Scruff channel. Wait, what did? Oh, yeah.
I also just noticed, by the way, that I have 5 messages on Discord. I wonder who that could be.
No. It wasn't me. I haven't sent you anything yet. I owe you a few things.
It's gonna bump up to 20.
Yep.
But yeah, I think
You
for
need to
today.
go to dinner.
Yeah, I need to eat. I need to go bathe. Unfortunately, I need to remove the stink.
I was about to say, fortunately for us, you are gonna do that. Like, we can't smell you. I mean, I don't know that anyone can smell you. Thank goodness we don't have smell-o-vision yet. But for the sake of those around you, yes, please.
Smell the smell stream, suddenly 0 views on my. No, just kidding. No, I don't smell, I promise. I bathe every other day.
Stinky.
But yeah. We're gonna snooze the ads real quick.
Yeah, I'm doing the same.
But yeah, that's it on my end. Callie, do you have any last words of wisdom?
I mean, gosh, haven't I said more than... Aren't you guys tired of me yet? Yes, thank you everybody for hanging out. Lux, it was so nice. We've done a lot of chatting today. Like, we chatted before stream, during stream. There's a good chance I'm probably going to be bugging this guy after stream too, but
That's fine.
it was really... Yeah. It was nice catching up with you again. It's always a delight. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Everybody else, thank you for hanging out. Special thanks, of course, to, everybody for hanging out, folks dropping in, whether it's for like a couple minutes or staying through the whole thing. If you've got us on in the background, just hanging out, thank you. Thank you, A and Al and Rena, for raiding in. It's always appreciated. I think iTown also dropped a sub on me today too, so thank you, iTown. I'm telling you guys, like, all of the support, it means the world. And I really enjoy just hanging out and yapping at you, sharing games together. I spend a lot of time talking about things that I appreciate, so, I appreciate you.
And we all appreciate you as well, Kelly. Don't forget that.
Yeah, I forget sometimes I need to appreciate myself from time to time.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
But yeah, you should totally learn that, and I don't say this in a hypocritic way. Appreciate yourself,
Right?
everybody.
Cali Appreciation Squad unite. Let's go.
So, last question of the day, who we gonna rate?
That is an excellent question. Let's see. I think I'm always trying to remember. Ah! Thank you, Frogtastic, for the mushrooms.
I was about. Why did Callie scream just now?
I've been pelted. Let's see. Who do I know that is streaming right now? Oh, I see somebody playing Red 4 Dead right now. Sunny. Sunny's streaming.
Should we raid out to Sunny?
Yeah, let's raid out to Sunny. Let's drop in on Sunny and surprise her.
Let's join Sunny on the Wild West. After having talked about like Ren fairs and medieval festivals, time for some scenery change.
Yep.
So, raid message is up on my end, and the raid is starting. So yeah, thank you everybody. I hope you have a nice starting of a new week, and see you all for next stream. Bye bye.